Um, I ain't crying or anything. I just took my glasses off. Um, I just got a messenger, and basically everybody's talking about the killing of a 15-year-old girl, and it breaks my heart. That shit breaks my heart. That shit breaks my heart. It's like I look at, I think about our history as a people, though. And being here in America, how we got here, how we were treated when we got here. And then most of the deaths, most of the killings, most of the shootings, it's been black people. It's been us. And then I think about slavery. And I think about, I don't know. None of us know what it feels like to wake up to death or possible death. I mean, I know we talk about shit now, We talk about stuff now. It's so many killings, it's so many, all of this. And then I think about slaves, man. I think about how they didn't even know. They didn't know. Like, for real. They didn't know whether life was gonna end. They didn't know how to really fucking live, because life really wasn't life. I mean, they didn't know how to live. They wasn't, I mean, like, and then I think about this shit, and I see pictures of them hanging for trees, and I read books. I get a pop-up every fucking day, at least twice a day. And it be some little young cat. It be somebody young, but it be so much life ahead. So much fucking life ahead. And they getting caught up at the age of, like, hell, now 13, 14. And then we think it's cool. We think it's really cool. I thought it was cool. The environment made it say, okay, it's okay to be tough. It's okay to be a bully. It's okay not to care. I just want us to get our shit together. I don't want people like my stepdaughter and other smart little children. I don't want them to have to go to school and feel like, being a nerd or being called a geek or whatever is. I tell her every day, those folks that talk about you and shit, her little sibling, I mean, not siblings, but classmates, and most of the people cheer for her. Most of her friends are just like her. Most of them are just like her. most of them, she stuck on excellent. And most of her excellence stuck on excellence. And you know what? That is the coolest fucking thing ever. It's the coolest thing ever, man. I think about, man, I was reading, and y'all know I go ham when it comes to like Fannie Lou Hamer. That's like, I don't think she get enough credit at all. I don't think she get enough credit. I think about, I was reading her book, This Little Light of Mine. And there was this scene, and if y'all go to YouTube, y'all can see her testimony, Fannie Lou's testimony. Well, she talks about her boss or whatever, and how her husband was like, he went to the place where they worked. She was a timekeeper, and they worked the field and all of this stuff. They were picking cotton. And anyways, to fast forward, she went down there on the bus, 18 of them. Read that fucking book, I'm telling you. Her husband, Paps, said, the boss said, you don't need to be down there trying to get your right to vote. She said, I told him I wasn't trying to vote for you. I was trying to vote for me. Well, needless to say, she was beat like on the butt after they took them to a jail in Roosevelt. I think it was in Roosevelt, which now you still can't even go through Roosevelt and feel like you safe. You just can't. You just not gonna feel good about it. You just not gonna feel good about it. I'm just letting y'all know now. And then y'all please forgive me, ADD. I just jump here and there, because that made me think about Donald Trump. And it made me think about how easily it is to stoke some shit like that. Black, white, you nigga, you cracker, you pow, pow, pow. And now Heil Hitler, and you go back to Africa and all that bullshit. And it's just like, we never really healed from this shit in the first place. This, you know what I'm saying? President Obama never had a fair share of being the president, even from black people. We turned our backs on him real quick because we listened to folks. The more and more you hear a lie, you'll start believing that shit. That's why we believe that Hillary Clinton just did a whole lot of shit. Check her record. She didn't do shit. When it came to Obamacare, her ass was like in Afghanistan. She was the Secretary of State. She could not vote. It was up to the Congress in the first fucking place. But anyway, y'all, man, it kind of messed me up. And I guess I'm kind of venting a little bit because, you know, these people that we talk about, we see little pictures of, and we don't really just, I got all nosy about our history starting at the 4th grade. Shout out to Miss Lee. I hope she's still alive. When I read, we were made to read Ain't I a Woman? Well, that right there, that whole, if y'all haven't read that piece, because it was a speech, but it was, it actually wasn't her. She said some of those things, but it was fudge. Did y'all know? I got all inquisitive and I got all, you know, I said, I want to know more about her. So a couple of years ago, I decided to go to the library and I got this book on her, Sojourner Truth. And I had already known that she could already speak about 3 languages, like English, Dutch, and her native, whatever that native was, her native tongue. So, like, that speech, it was Harriet Beecher Stowe who wrote that. And that's what we've been reading for all of these years. She didn't, say those things. Man, let me, I get frustrated. That's why I can't get shit accomplished right now. Because I get too emotionally involved with shit. And I love black people. And I'm not a racist person. I love people. But just accept what is. Like, you can't people, we don't even think about it. But the Jews did not kill Jesus. If we read the Bible, I have to come back because my fucking battery is low. I gotta plug it up. Because I was about to get into some stuff. Y'all tune back in. I'm going to come back. Fairy Blossom.